Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Matt with Green Bar Trading. So it's currently 7:16 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, making this basically trade recap, this is going to be a trade breakdown of Top Gapper IMRN. Now, it's very early. A lot of platforms open at 7 a.m. But my research starts at 4:30 in the morning. I do a lot of the research for our Discord community, the Green Bar Trading community, and a lot of that is done then. As far as what I'm going to be trading, well, that starts a little bit after 6 a.m. So I like to give myself about 45 minutes of solid chart technicals before I ever even think about getting into a trade at 7 a.m. That's, like I said, that's when the platform's open. You'll usually see a ton of volume come in around that time. So, trading IMRN this morning, we tried to jump on that momentum. And I'm going to show you guys here, if you are a momentum trader, things to watch in this trade breakdown. I find that these are, really great videos for anyone that is trading this specific strategy. Even just day trading in general, there's so many tips that you could get out of these, whether it's if you're a scalp trader, like to lock in those profits, and that's what we did here today. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you there's a lot of research that has to be done before this. So this is where we're finishing up. And like I said, being done at about 7, 10 after 7 in the morning before anybody is really awake. I mean, my kids just woke up. And being up $142.50 and being done trading and having the entire day to do whatever I want, go to the gym, just enjoy life. I was listening to 80s rock while doing all the research, while trading. I mean, how does it get any better than that? I'm sitting here, I'm still in my pajamas, So anyway, learn how to consistently make money trading. Only 3 trades. That's all I took today. It says 14 fills. Sometimes it says that because when you're trading, 1,000 shares, sometimes you need to break it up. So I'm hitting the ask on a lot of these, and I'm hitting the ask on a lot of these because that's when I'm trying to unload the shares. So as I'm seeing that spike, I'm hitting ask, join the ask. So that's what we did here. First 500 out at 490. I like to lock in profit. And then as it came back, I took the last 500 out at break even. This is how you can stay profitable. See, bought at 474, took the first half at 490, and then cut it as it came back to my purchase price. And that's how, $80 of profit was made here in a minute, about a minute. So all that research done this morning, right? 40 minutes or so for 1 minute of a trade. That's what it takes. It takes a lot of research just to be prepared for that one trade. And the other trades were, I traded the ES and I traded the Dow futures. One quick trade here, one quick trade here. You can see the times that I am up in the morning. I was not lying. 4 a.m. is when I start to get into the charts. So, that's just what I do. If you're in our Discord, you know this. Every single day I'm posting in there. And I'll show you guys actually this 1 second. So this is the trade breakdown, not the trade breakdown, This is the chart breakdown that I started posting at 6:22 in the morning. So before I even traded all these that I noticed, the pre-market gappers, IMRN, that was on there before we saw that big move. All this stuff you can find in our Discord, call outs, IMRN, and PIK. These are the things that I posted this morning. And everything that we do, like I said, 5:56 a.m. alerted all this 6:32. All my charts were basically broken down at that time. And then I had, 20 minutes to relax. Like I said, listen to some music and, get ready for that first trade. So that's the Discord. Now, getting into the trade. Let's just pull this up on the bigger screen. This is what I look at every day. This is my trade platform. This is how I have it set up. I have my news here. I have my pre-market gappers. So what I'll do is I'll pull this up. I don't want anything under, 4 or 5% gap up. So these are the ones that I'm interested in. These are the ones I'm looking at. And it does look like PIK is starting that continuation move. This is going to have room up to 828. It looks like it hit 821, pulled back pretty hard to this trend line. And these are the levels. If you're in our Discord, you'll know what the colors mean. I'm not going to go over that right now. This is more of a trade breakdown for IMRN and what I like to look at. So once I see my pre-market gappers, what I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here. I'm going to go to this. So this is where, I post my watch list as well. If you want green bar trading on Twitter, I'll come over here and I'll look on IMRN. I'll look on Yahoo. I'll check this one out. I want to check the stats and I want to look at the float. So 4.5 million. I'll double check that on FinViz and see and just make sure that, Thinkorswim was pretty accurate. 4.5 million. Okay. So that was perfect. I have my notes here. I wrote 4.5 mil to 5 million with a news catalyst. So this has a news catalyst as well. So going back to the main screen, their catalyst was they received from the defense department an award for their medicine. So that is why this one is popping up. It's a decent, it's a decent headline. The float is pretty good, very good, I would say. Anything under 9 million, 10 million can really see some moves. So I like the catalyst. Now, what do? I like the catalyst. I like the float. This is where I look at the daily chart. Just waiting for this to move. Let's take off the trades because I'm not there yet. All right, so the daily chart. You could see, when you have low floats, you can make some pretty crazy moves. That was last year, or actually 2019. You have 2021 here. So that was 2020, 2021, and now 2022. This is already trading up here. So that candle is going to look really, really big when you're comparing it to the daily chart. Now, what I do is I mark off our key levels. So last year, high right here, basically around 566, and then 518, I noticed a little bit of a floor here, support, and then resistance. So this is where I want to mark off these lines. And then you might be looking at, what is this 466 number? So what I do is, on the daily chart, I'll always want to see where does that 200 moving average come in. A lot of times the 200 will be resistance. So I want to see on big spikes, is that going to be around where we see resistance? So that's why I put that on my 1 minute chart. So I'm aware of, where it is. Now, these other purple lines, they're for the intraday. Pre-market high, a key level right here that we noticed. And now going back to putting it on my 1 minute, what I look at is the 9 EMA, and I have my VWAP here. And you can see, I mean, do you think that this is just by coincidence that it's having all this trouble around the 200? No. A lot of other traders are also looking at that level. That's why I always will have that level so I know where it is. Now, I think we can get into this trade finally. And sorry that these videos are a little long, but I like to be in depth when I'm trying to explain, because not everybody has been trading for a long time. So if we look at this, 7 a.m., that's this bar right here. I'm watching this closely, right? So I'm getting dialed in. I got my 80s rock blasting, and I'm waiting and I'm watching to see, where does that volume come in? Can we break this level? We saw these wicks and dumps, especially on the 5 minute chart, which I never ignore. I think that you guys should definitely keep this one on another chart as well. Don't ever forget that 5 minute. So right here, I see a massive spike. You see the volume. I want, and I would feel more comfortable once it got over these levels. Then I get really interested for a quick scalp. It moved very fast, but seeing that we dumped here, I didn't want to chase this until I was sure that this was holding up. And that's exactly what happened here. This was pretty quick. I mean, comes up, it pulls back to the 200. It looks strong. I get in, and I'm getting out right here at, I think 490 is when I sold my first 500 shares. It's just averaging me out here. But 490, like I showed you before, is where I got out first. And then as it pulled back to 74, I got out there. It continued for one more pump before it totally dumped well under my entrance. This is why I am a scalp trader. And at this point here, this stock was up probably 80% or so. I don't know, something like that. So a lot of times you'll see these moves off 7 a.m. Not everybody is awake yet. You can see the volume has really decreased after that first pump up. I want to be in and out. I'm looking for between 10 and 20 cents. I got 16 cents here. Maybe I could have sold the whole position, but that's not the way I trade. I like to scale out for a bigger move. It pulled back. I got out break even. That's how I hold on to my gains. So if you guys are struggling with that and letting things come back against you, maybe look into scalp trading. It definitely works if you're good at risk management and if you are quick on the trigger. So that's it. And what I wanted to show you how I got out, this is the way that I have my setup, right? So the way that I do it, and don't forget, you have to put time and force to EXT when you're trading pre-market. I'll join the ask. So I'll sell. This is the ask. When it's pushing up and these numbers are going up quickly, I'll join the ask to get that quick move up. And that's how I got out at a very nice fill at 490 up there. And then coming back down against me, that was it. Cut it at, break even. That was simple to do. You hate to do it because you want, those bigger moves, and $80 is fine for a minute, but, it is what it is. I think I got the best out of this, what I could have. there wasn't really much else here before these quick dumps. And this is what I was talking about with those candles. They went up and then quick, a lot of selling pressure came in. So, while these low floats are great to trade on the way up, you don't want to be the last man out, last woman out. Okay. You want to, lock in those gains. So that's what we did here. This is the trade breakdown. Hit the thumbs up for the video. Like I always say, it helps the channel out. If you are interested in joining our green bar trading community, the link is in the description. You're more than welcome to come join us. It's a great group. It's a lot of fun to trade in a community. So that's it, guys. Finishing up 142.50. So that's it, guys. Everybody take care. I'll see you back tomorrow. Have a good one.